What's up guys, it's Messi here, welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. Today's going to be Tuesday the 19th of July. We've got quite a few to get through, 15 confirmed news in fact to get through at the start. Obviously as we always do some very good rumours guys. So before we start, as always, if you can smash 1,000 followers likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you'd to our channel, click the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and in the comments below, let me your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, let me down below in that description box guys. You know the schedule, 8 minutes transfers, anywhere after 9 PM is the second video of the day. So let's start off with the confirmed deals. And first up, we've got Ricardo van Rijn, I think his name is, the fullback that used to play for Ajax. So now he's gone from Ajax to Club Brugge in Belgium for £1.53 million. And if you're an ultimate team player like myself that likes building bronze, silver and gold teams, this one's actually very good for next year and a little bit slow for this year as well, because I don't think there's many Dutch players in the Belgian Pro League. Then we go on to Hugo Almeida today, going to AEK Athens in Greece. So the veteran Portuguese striker has gone from Hannover 96 to go to AEK Athens, like I mentioned, on a free transfer. Then we go on to Martin Harnik today, the Austrian, going to Hannover 96. And in fact, they've been pretty damn busy today. 2 or 3 players have come in, and obviously Almeida has gone. So apparently Harnik has gone from Stuttgart on a free transfer for that one. Then we go on to Deniz Kadar today, going to Antalyaspor in Turkey. That is from a club in Turkey called Rizerspoor, and I believe he'll now link up to Samuel Eto'o at that club. Then we go on to Nenad Krstic, I can't say the name, Krsticic? I think that may be his name. Basically, he's been released by Sampdoria. Nicholas Füllkrug has gone to Hannover 96. Like I mentioned, they've been very busy. He's actually come in from SC Nuremberg for £1.87 million. Then we go on to Michael Agazi this time. I think he was on loan at Middlesbrough last season at some point, but he's gone to, the club's going to be AC Cesena from AC Milan on an undisclosed fee. And now we go to a bit of a throwback one. That is going to be Bernie Abini, he's called in this game. But back on FIFA 13 is a bronze striker in the A-League, the Australian League, called Abini Asei. And you may remember him, you may not, but he was so overpowered back then. So he has gone to Sydney FC in the A-League from Club Brugge on a loan deal. Again, I had no idea he was still in the game. It's pretty nice to see him again. Then we go on to Yusuf El Arabi today. He's really good back on FIFA 14. So he's gone from Granada in the Spanish League to go to the Qatari League. And that is going to be to a club called Lequia, I think the name is. And I believe that may be the club that Chikawi currently plays for. But correct me if I'm wrong on that one. And like I said, undisclosed fee. Then we go on to Javier Espinosa today being released by Villarreal today. Then we go on to Jake Keane going to Sheffield Wednesday. That's from Norwich on an undisclosed fee. Then we go on to Iago Falque, a guy who's really good back on FIFA 12 for Spurs, and now I think he's currently at Roma, has gone out on loan to Torino for this season. And that 85 dribbling, that is not bad whatsoever. They also signed this guy, Adam Lajajic today. I probably butchered that name, but he has also gone from Roma for €8.5 million. And that could rise to €9 million with performance-based clauses. That is for the player and also the club Torino. Then we go on to Wellington Silva today. He was at Arsenal and he was being loaned out a hell of a lot, I think due to a work permit or something, but now has gone on a permanent basis to Fluminense in the Liga do Brazil. So an undisclosed fee and again on a permanent basis. And the thing that really sucks about this deal for FIFA wise is around this time of year, around June or last month basically, they released an Arsenal version of the card because he usually goes out on loan, then gets the return loan card for the start of the game or the end of the game, sorry. So that bit, we won't be getting that next year unfortunately with him on FIFA 17. Then we go on to Gianluigi Buffon, but it's not about him, it's actually about the Italian national team. So obviously Conte stepped down to take the Chelsea job, means they were managerless, but they've now replaced him with a guy called Gianpiero Ventura. I'm not sure who he's managed previously, but he's now the new coach. And now we go on to potential deals, and first up we got one of the Northern Ireland heroes. That's going to be the goalkeeper Michael McGovern. He was ridiculously good, in particular against Germany at Euro 2016, and apparently now on his way to Norwich. So according to various different sources, they're saying Northern Ireland goalkeeper Michael McGovern is expected to complete a move to Norwich this week, and there's no fee mentioned whatsoever. I'm pretty sure he currently plays in Scotland. Then we go on to Adam Bogdan today, a goalkeeper that I don't really rate whatsoever. He was our kind of like backup goalkeeper last season, but now apparently going to Wigan. So Liverpool goalkeeper Adam Bogdan is close to agreeing a move to Wigan Athletic according to ESPN FC. Bogdan has slipped down the pecking order under Jurgen Klopp, having signed from Bolton on a free transfer just 1 year ago. Former Arsenal goalkeeper Alex Manager has been linked to a move to Liverpool and could take Bogdan's place as their third choice goalkeeper. Obviously our main choice is Karius, backup is going to Mignolet now, and Manager probably a third choice, which won't really play at all. And next up, we got Peter Odemwingie, the player that drove himself on deadline day to, I think it's QPR, and they kind of rejected him and stuff, and it all went a bit downhill from there. But basically today, apparently, he's now on trial at Hull City. Odemwingie, who has played for West Brom and also Cardiff, could feature in Hull's pre-season friendly against Mansfield tomorrow night. Or Tuesday night, sorry, because I'm recording this on Monday night, and I got a little bit confused. Then we go on to Jean Berg Goodmanson today, apparently very close to joining Burnley. Sky Sports are saying newly promoted Burnley are closing in on the signings of midfielder Goodmanson and also this guy, Nick Pope. both from Charlton. So back onto Goodmanson, I mentioned him before in a video. Basically, I think it's part of the Iceland team have done very well for themselves at Euro 2016. No fees been mentioned, but I think I've seen before around £3 million or so. Then we go on to the next guy, that's going to be Llorente. So this one is according to reports in Spain, I'm going to say, but the actual source itself is La Tarjeta Blanca or something. Apologies if I absolutely butchered that, but apparently Real Sociedad are close to agreeing a move and a deal to sign Fernando Llorente on a season-long loan from Sevilla. I'm pretty sure he struggled since his Bilbao days a few years ago now, so obviously he's played for Juventus and stuff, but now currently plays for Sevilla, linked to Real Sociedad. Then we go on to Joe Allen today. Joe, linked to Manchester United. Now I really hope this doesn't happen, but today according to South Wales Evening Post, SN United are plotting a shock move for Liverpool midfielder Joe Allen. The Welshman has just 1 year left in his deal at Anfield and is yet to begin talks over an extension. So I don't understand this one whatsoever, because he currently can't get in the Liverpool team. It means he wouldn't be able to get in the United team. It's the same problem right there, which is the reason he could be leaving. So I personally want Joe Allen to stay. He's a very, very good squad player. I think he'll end up back at Swansea City or potentially with Brendan Rodgers at Celtic. Then we go on to Miroslav Klose today, the German legend linked to Kaiserslautern. So Kaiserslautern chairman Thomas Greis has launched a bid to re-sign Miroslav Klose, saying it'd be stupid not to try. Germany's all-time leading goal scorer is a free agent, having left Lazio, and a return to the club where he actually launched his career could well be an appealing option for him. And then a quote from SWR Television from Thomas Greis himself, saying, "It would be absolutely stupid of me if I didn't at least try. It'd be like hitting the jackpot for Kaiserslautern, and we have to give it a try." So Klose is 38 years old now, meaning he's definitely towards the end of his career, and like the article itself mentioned, he probably would consider going back to his first club or former club. Then we go on to Diafra Sakho today, linked to West Brom. So the Birmingham Mail are saying West Brom are considering making a bid in excess of £12 million for West Ham striker Diafra Sakho, who has actually refused to go on their tour, I think, of USA this pre-season. I think he'll definitely leave, because the likes of West Brom and also Sunderland are in the mix to get him, and on top of that, West Ham, they do want to bring in a big name striker for £30+ million. Then we got to Fabinho today, linked to Manchester United. So according to Daily Mail, Manchester United have asked to be kept informed of developments regarding Fabinho after the fullback was promised by Monaco that he could leave the club this summer, and I did mention, yes, I think it was, they'd be allowed to go for €30 million. The Brazil international is also being scouted by Napoli and Man City, but was reportedly very close to joining Napoli for £12 million earlier this month, and only for Monaco to pull the plug on the deal at the last minute. And apparently now, Monaco now believe he's worth £25 million. So he's more than doubled in value over the last couple of weeks. Then we go on to Mario Lemina today of Juventus, linked to Leicester City. According to Corriere dello Sport, Leicester City are prepared to match Juve's €20 million asking price, which is £16.7 million for Mario Lemina. He's linked to a few clubs right now, and I imagine this one could be because Kante obviously went to Chelsea. But I imagine that Mendy they've also bought in could potentially be the player that does replace Kante. Then we got on to Wissam Ben Yedder today, linked to West Ham. So according to The Guardian, West Ham have turned their attentions to Toulouse striker Wissam Ben Yedder after missing out on Michy Batshuayi to Chelsea, Benteke, who's currently still at Liverpool, Lacazette still at Lyon, and also Bacca, who apparently is waiting for Atletico Madrid. And Leicester are also interested in the Frenchman, so that'd be a really cool one for FIFA on the team, because if you remember, this guy's non-red card this year is so overpowered. Then we got on to William Carvalho today, linked to Everton. One thing quickly I actually forgot to mention about Ben Yedder, he scored 17 goals last season in the Ligue 1, and apparently last month was very close to joining Sevilla. Then we go back on to William Carvalho today, and apparently Royal Commission is prepared to launch on an ambitious £30 million bid to bring the Portugal midfielder to Goodison Park. According to the Daily Mirror, the new Everton manager hopes to beat competition from Napoli, Inter Milan and Leicester City for the Sporting Lisbon start. Obviously now a Euro 2016 winner as well, so I imagine that's probably added a little bit to his price. But in terms of out-and-out CDM, he's an absolute monster. And the other day I mentioned how McCarthy could be leaving Everton, and potentially if this guy comes in, that could force him out of the team. Then we go on to Bastian Schweinsteiger today. Yesterday I mentioned how Mourinho's having a bit of a clear out, and Schweinsteiger linked to Besiktas. So according to Fanatic, Besiktas have begun talks with Manchester United midfielder Bastian Schweinsteiger regarding a season-long loan, so not a permanent basis whatsoever, and I imagine this one could go through. I've honestly got no idea whether Mourinho has him in his plans or not. No one really does apart from himself, and Schweinsteiger, he's a great player, obviously world-class name, just he's getting on a little bit now. I'm not sure how he'll fit into the United team. Then we go on to Hector Bellerin today, linked to Man City. So according to Mundo Deportivo, Man City are among several European clubs interested in Arsenal's Hector Bellerin. The fullback, also wanted by Atletico Madrid, PSG and Bayern Munich, is valued at €51 million or £42.5 million. And to be fair, I imagine he'd really want to work with Pep Guardiola yet again, as well as at Barcelona before. Obviously he was in the youth team, so it wasn't old enough to really feature for him, and obviously a massive opportunity. But I think if he doesn't leave this season, I imagine he could leave next year to go back to Barca anyway. Then we go on to Alvaro Morata today, linked to Napoli. So according to Marco, Napoli are interested in Alvaro Morata as a replacement for Juventus target Gonzalo Higuain, but Real Madrid are determined to resist any offers. And you're probably all fully aware right now that Juve are very much interested in Higuain, and apparently they're willing to buy as a release clause like €96 million or something, but they'll pay over 2 seasons or so, or include players as well that Napoli do want. Then we go on to Leroy Sané today, not to Man City, but to Bayern Munich. So according to Bild, Bayern Munich have ramped up their interest in Schalke youngster and winger Leroy Sané after Iron Robin picked up yet another injury that will rule him out for up to 6 to 8 weeks. He'll most likely miss the start of the season, I think it definitely will in fact, and Sané has been into Bayern before, but apparently Man City actually were very close to signing him last week, but hadn't officially put in an offer. And imagine if City don't start hurrying themselves up, they could well to regret it, because Pep wants Sané a lot, and I think last week they said that they'd agreed like a contract or something with Sané, but not with the club, and if he doesn't actually get the whole deal to City, Bayern Munich, it's not a bad plan B, and the fee would still be very big. Then we go on to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It's not about a transfer, it's actually a quote from him. So Eric Cantona, the club legend at Manchester United, was nicknamed the King during his time at Old Trafford. He claimed Ibra could be the Prince of Manchester United after joining the club on a free transfer from PSG. So Ibra has returned with a quote, and this is according to the Swedish paper Aftonbladet. Again, apologies about that if I said it wrong, but he says, "I admire Cantona, I heard what he said, but I won't be king of Manchester, I'll be the god of Manchester." That's definitely up there what he tweeted about PSG towards the end by saying, "I came like a king, I left like a legend." The guy, I mean, he's something else in football. But now we've gone to Paul Pogba, and this one's just come up, and apparently United have upped their bid now to 125 million euros. So according to Gazzetta dello Sport today, that is going to be plus 25 million euros for his agent as well. So the total price would be 150 million euros. So 125 mil as a fee, and then obviously the agent fee on top of that. It's ludicrous. And no matter how good Pogba is, you can kind of see why Madrid backed out of that deal, because I know Madrid have loads of money, they have bags full of money, kind of like unlimited funds, as do United technically at this point in time, but I think 125 mil, 150 mil, it's like nearly double what Bale was worth. Okay, I got my maths a little bit wrong there. It's about 35 million pounds more than Real Madrid paid for Bale in the first place, about 85 million pounds, and it's about 40 million pounds more than Madrid paid for Cristiano Ronaldo. I know the Premier League money is ridiculously high right now, and teams, they can pay whatever they want for a player just to get them, so I understand that part, but the only real comparisons we can make are going to be Ronaldo and Bale. So that covers all today's potential transfers as well as confirmed stuff at the very beginning, guys. So as always, if you can smash 1,500 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, class subscribe button for daily FIFA content. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours I street in the next episode, and if you missed yesterday's video, down below in that description box, guys. You know the schedule, 8 AM transfers, anywhere after 9 PM is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.